It's that time again, guys. It's that fucking time again. Yes, GLL is back for yet another fucking video. This video is about why multiplayer games are fucking dead. They're fucking dead. Now, you can come and tell me that they're not dead. You can come and tell me all the reasons why multiplayer gaming will continue on for the next fucking 30, 40, 50 years, long after I'm fucking dead. You can tell me all these fucking amazing fucking features that games have today that they didn't have back in the day, but it's a load of bollocks. It's irrelevant. Okay, all gaming is now is it's a pay to win system. There's no skill involved. There's no fun to be had. You know, getting satisfying fucking kills in a video game is fun. You know, beating people who you don't know, beating people who you do know on a video game is fun. Losing is not as much fun, but coming close and then not quite winning but still doing well is still fun. Getting your ass handed to you is never fun, but it's the way of the world. You know, you have to sometimes lose in order to realize that you fucking suck in order to get better. Okay, that's just fucking life. Okay, you don't get anywhere in life by having everything handed to you. Sometimes you have to fucking work for it. And it's the same in video games. But video game culture has literally changed over the last, really the last 5, 10 years, maybe less. And it's been a steady decline. And, you know, when Xbox Live was at its peak, I would have said, you know, that was sort of, obviously, I wouldn't say Halo Reach was the peak of Xbox Live. It probably was my favourite game, but realistically, the peak of Xbox Live would have been 2006, 2007. You know, Halo 2 was out, the old Call of Duties before all this fucking perk system, all that came into it. You had the original Battlefield 2, you had, you know, original Gears of War, Halo 3, you know, 2007, you know, going down the line. And then, you know, there was other stuff that came out, whatever. But, you know, it's been, you know, we had our ups and downs. We had our ups and downs. You know, we had online passes come in, we had season passes come in, we've had DLC that's on the disc and all this other crap, but games today are an all-time low. Okay, multiplayer games today are a complete waste of fucking time. You know, you have to buy every little thing in the fucking game now. It's ridiculous. They're completely worthless. You know, I'm more or less done. I'm more or less done with multiplayer games this generation. You know, maybe things will improve, you know, if people just stop fucking caving in and buying these games. It is a complete waste of fucking time. Name me a game that's coming out that's multiplayer driven, that's multiplayer focused, or that's, you know, campaign and multiplayer focused, that doesn't have rec packs, that doesn't have card packs, that doesn't have microtransactions. Name me one. Just name me one. They don't exist anymore. Multiplayer gaming is fucking dead. You know, it's about buying card packs, it's about slot machine, it's about pure luck. That's what Halo is about. You get rec packs, you get better armor. It's luck if you get better armor. You know, and I'm not saying it affects the game, but essentially you can't unlock better armor. You just fucking get whatever you get in the card pack. You just get whatever fucking weapons you get in the card pack. You get for your Warzone moves. You get whatever tanks, whatever jeeps. You get whatever you're given. It's complete random. And if you want to do well, then you're going to have to put extra money into the game to buy more shit. And then you will do better because you'll have better shit than everybody else that you fucking paid for. It's pay to win. It is what it is. You know, multiplayer gaming is fucking dead. It's gone. We're never going to have games like we did back in the day. They're all completely just, games are ruined now. Games are completely ruined. It doesn't matter whether it's cosmetic. It doesn't matter whether it affects the gameplay. It's irrelevant. The whole multiplayer is just a massive cash gobbler. It's literally, it's just there to make more money. It's not about, here's what we have, enjoy. You don't get your money's worth. It's not like buying something to then enjoy, that's it. At that point, the publisher of the game, it's got nothing to do with them. I'm enjoying the game. And I'm paying for Xbox Live or PSN or whatever. So that's how you keep them servers running. That's the money that I'm giving you to keep that game running so I can continue to play it long after you stop supporting it. It's there. That's where that infrastructure comes from. That's where that money should go. This nonsense that we have, this nonsense situation we're in now, where all games have microtransactions, the gaming community has handed this to developers on a plate. They've bought these microtransactions, and now everybody's going to have to suffer. And this is going to hurt game sales. In the long term, this is going to hurt game sales, because we saw what happened with Halo 5. Call of Duty's on a steady decline. Battlefield's recently confirmed, obviously, that they're going to do it as well. I don't know why everybody was hyped for Battlefield. I told you fucking morons that it was going to be a pile of shit. And there you go. Microtransactions. Enjoy them, you fucking idiots. So, there's nothing left. If you want to buy a game without microtransactions, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. It's dead. Multiplayer gaming is dead. The games of the year this year, we've got Quantum Break, no multiplayer. Gears of War might have a good campaign, but they've got those stupid cards and whatever, these stupid rec packs and whatever in the multiplayer. Who knows how they're going to impact the game, but they're just them being there just makes the game shit, in my opinion. It's just having a system where you can buy XP and whatever. It's pathetic. It's just pathetic. It ruins the entire game. Obviously Gears of War has been known to be doing this for a while, where you can buy fucking weapon skins and stuff. So it's nothing new, but Gears of War is another one of them games where you're just literally buying half a game at launch. You're not even getting half the fucking multiplayer maps. And this is another trend that we're getting with gaming. It's dead. Multiplayer gaming is dead. You don't get any fucking content in the game. Microtransactions and no fucking content at launch. That's what you get in multiplayer games now. They are fucking dead. Go back to 2006 or 5 or whatever. Just look at the games. Okay? Even if you don't like these games, just look at them. Perfect Dark Zero. There it is. None of this shit was in there. Nothing negative you could say about that other than the level design is a bit fucking shit, and it's a bit fucking the visuals aren't all that impressive. That probably the gameplay is not that great, but you can't say, oh, it's got microtransactions, oh, it's got no split screen, it's got no features, it's got nothing to do. It's not that. That's not the reason why the game would have got like negative reviews. It would have been, say, the graphics aren't that good because it started off on the fucking original Xbox, and so it hasn't got the graphical quality of an Xbox 360 game. That would be a criticism of that game. Or the level design is poor, so you just get spawn trapped and stuff. That's what we would be talking about. We wouldn't be talking about this crap like, well, all the levels are not even coming at launch. We're going to get like a level every fucking month or whatever. We won't be talking about that. It wouldn't enter the conversation. We just get the levels, and there might be a download pack later down the line for like 6 to 8 quid or something. Now it's like 40 quid for a season pass. Fuck, who's going to pay that? Multiplayer, it's dead. Multiplayer gaming is dead. They've killed it. You know, unless you want to just be one of these retards who piles money into it, it's dead. You know, if I want to play multiplayer now, you know, I'm just going to end up buying games second hand and playing, you know, the odd game with my friends on Xbox Live. Other than that, it's over. I'm going to stick to Gears Ultimate, I think, you know, because that's actually a full game, because it's a remake of a fucking 360 game. That's literally it. There's nothing out there coming out, and I can't see anything coming out in the next few fucking months or years or whatever that's going to have anything other than a loot-based system where you have to get better loot, continuously get better loot all the fucking time, pay microtransactions to get better shit, and just constantly fucking have to get random card packs and shit. You know? Look at Uncharted 4 that's just come out on the PS4. That's a game that I will be playing on multiplayer. But it has all this shit in. It's marred. It mars the experience. Why are all the characters behind the paywall? Why do I have like half the characters and then the other half, there's no way of unlocking them? There's no way of unlocking them. You have to buy them with real money. That's horse shit. That's absolute horse shit. You want to buy some sunglasses or a hat for your guy? Yeah, you can unlock points to get sunglasses and fucking gay hats and shit. You can unlock points to do that, but you have the option to buy them as well. And if you want to unlock that shit, guess what? It's random. You can't just buy the one piece of fucking armor or whatever, or the one character skin that you want. You can't just do that with your points. You have to go into random card packs to unlock shit. You can't just get it. You know, I'm not going to spend any fucking money on unlocking anything from a fucking game. So someone's going to be on the other end of the screen saying, oh, well, you can just use the random card packs to unlock shit. Yeah, but I can't just unlock the fucking ones that I fucking want, which is what you should be able to do, because that's what you used to be able to do in any fucking game that ever existed prior to the fucking new consoles coming out. So why the fuck should I be doing this now? It makes no sense. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, this is, you don't have to do it. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It ruins the fucking game. It's just stupid. It's just there to make extra money. And if people continue to keep spending money on this shit, then it's not going to get any better. It's just going to be, this games is just going to get worse. So essentially, it's dead to me. Multiplayer gaming is fucking dead. You know, I don't look forward to multiplayer. I dread new multiplayer games. I'm thinking, what's going to be in it now? How can they fuck this up anymore? That's how I view it now. It's not like the games are improving anyway. It's not like Gears of War 4 is way better than Gears of War fucking 3 or Judgment or 1 or anything. It's obviously better than 2, but it's just another Gears of War game, but with a load of shitty microtransactions in it and random shit. So it's just everything's just getting worse. It makes no sense. And the season passes. The season passes are fucking AIDS on these fucking games. Who fucking buys them? If you're watching this video and you buy season passes, stop buying them. You're ruining the fucking industry. You're killing it for everybody else that wants to fucking just enjoy video games and buy them and enjoy them. No, we can't. We have to fucking suffer all the fucking random loot. No one likes this fucking shit. No one cares. It's fucking retarded. You know, everybody complains about this shit, yet people continue to buy the fucking things. They complain about it, and then they buy the games, and then they buy the shit in the games. And then they continue to complain about it instead of just not buying the shit. You know, as of right now, Gears of War 4, I'm on the ropes with that game. You know, especially as my mate's more or less considering buying it, and we're going to play it together. Maybe I'll just fucking play his and not play mine because I won't have mine. Maybe I'll just play split screen and be done with that game. You know, it's a possibility. You know, maybe I won't get Gears of War. Because this shit's just fucking, it ruins it for me. The campaign might be good. But we know that with Halo 5 the campaign was shit, so it's possible that could happen with Gears of War, and then what are you left with? A multiplayer that's not even half finished. You probably won't even have a horde mode, being as they haven't even talked about a horde mode. It's very unlikely it's going to be in the game. Unless they bring it at fucking E3 and say there's this new mode in the game that they haven't shown yet. There's going to be like the new horde mode or whatever that they haven't really discussed yet. It could happen, but as of right now, they're not showing jack shit for another mode in the game. They're not showing shit for Gears of War. I don't think people even interested in Gears of War anymore. I think Gears of War is very low on people's radar in terms of franchises. I think people have lost interest in Gears of War. That's my personal opinion. I might be wrong, but just the way I see it is there's not much interest going on around Gears of War. People like me, diehards, and still enjoy it, but in general, it's not really. If from a business point of view, if I was Microsoft, I wouldn't be releasing another Gears of War at this moment in time. I think they should leave it for a few years, and let people start to miss Gears of War, so they'll be more interested in getting it. Right now, not sure it's a good idea. But then you've got to add to the fact that, like I say, they're just ruining it. So anybody that used to like Gears of War goes and plays this, and they're like, what's all this shit? And it's just like ruins it. A fucking 40 quid season pass. Who the fuck's going to buy that, It's fucking pathetic. Uncharted was a lot of fun on the play test I did. I haven't had a chance to play the fucking multiplayer yet because I've been doing the campaign, which is fucking hard as fuck and really annoying. So I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but just looking at some of the stuff on there, it's just like, why add this in? Why ruin the game in this way? Game's still probably going to enjoy the game, but it just mars it. It just makes it feel like a bag of shit, whether it's good or not, whether the gameplay is good or not. And Uncharted's got a season pass as well, I think, for some more fucking maps and shit. It just ruins the game. Just give us DLC, give us a trailer for some maps. We watch it, we like the look of the maps, then we decide if our money is worth spending on the maps. If not, then we can buy them later when they're at a discount. Or, even, if the game's been out for like a year or so, maybe you should then allow us to get that content for fucking free. Wouldn't that make sense? Because the player base by then, there'll be people buying the game second hand, there'll be people who have never played the fucking game coming into it. There'll be people that there'll be people leaving and there'll be people coming into it, so then you can get them people in. So the people that are diehards and still playing the game will get more time out of the content they already bought, and also the people that haven't bought the maps will get a chance to fucking play them. And it might bring more people back to the game. It's like, oh, the maps have gone free, I'll go check them out. It makes sense to try and get some revenue out of the content that you're making. I understand that. But you charge extortionate prices so nobody wants to buy it, number one. And then number two, you fucking never release them for free, so you never get the game back to where it was, where everybody's got all the same content. You just end up with two games, essentially. Half people playing on this side and half the people playing on, the side with maps. People with no maps, people with maps. And that is killing Gears of War. That is killing. Halo recently decided not to do that because they realised it would completely fuck them over. They must have looked at the pre-order numbers and said, "Hey, fuck, we can't release this shit as paid DLC because no fucker will." It's content that was cut from the game anyway, but they couldn't release it as paid DLC because the player base would have been completely just destroyed by that. There wouldn't have been anyone on the new fucking content. That's what's happening because no one's fucking interested in these season passes because they're too fucking expensive. You need to dial it down. You need to bring them back into fucking less fucking money so they're actually worth the money you're fucking spending on them. Half the price on most of these season passes. It's ridiculous. Season passes, overpriced season passes. You've got fucking microtransactions. You've got shit fucking content not being released. Broken games, left, right and centre. Why? Why has it become this way? What happened to video games? Does nobody remember GoldenEye on the N64? You know, you play GoldenEye in 64. There's what, I don't know, maybe 5, probably about 7 levels when you boot the game up the first time, or 6, something like that. You know, some of them are the same level, but like with bits cut out of them and stuff. You get that, and then you unlock levels as you play the game. Novel concept, I know. Yeah, you know, as you complete levels in the fucking campaign, you unlock levels in the multiplayer. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. There was no season pass. There was no download content because it was no fucking online. You know, online has done so much for gaming. It's made it fucking... It allows me to fucking speak to people like you and play my fucking Xbox with people across the fucking world. And play against people, play with people, make new friends, make new enemies, whatever. It's all good. It's Xbox. It's fun. But what's not fun is being charged for every menial task in a video game. It's like they're going to be charging me for ammunition soon. I'll be shooting them like I'm out of ammo, and I have to pay more money to get more ammo. That is how it's going. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, I think there's a game that actually does that. I can't remember what it is, but it's to do with grenades. And then you run out of grenades, and you have to buy grenades using the microtransactions or some shit. I mean, you can use the stuff in the game where you like generate more. I think it was that what's it called? That fuck's that game called? Homefront, the new Homefront game. You know, you have to buy fucking shit to get more ammo and like to get more grenades. You can't get grenades off the floor or pick them up anywhere. You only get them from buying them with your either the points you've unlocked or, you know, the points in the game. It's stupid. You know, games like The Division and Destiny are just ridiculous. They're just endless grind fests. You know, they're just... And then in Destiny, they've brought in microtransactions, more fucking DLC. It's just a cash. It's just a fucking gambler's fucking paradise. It's more money, more money, more money. We want more money. Fuck off! I'm not giving you any more money. I bought the fucking game. That's it. I shouldn't owe you any more fucking money. It makes no sense. So who's paying for this crap? Who's giving them the money? These people need fucking locking up. They're fucking idiots. You know, this kind of shit is just going to see the game sales are going to go down, 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 down. The population is going to go down, 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 down. At the same time, they're going to make more money because they're going to make more money out of these game microtransactions. So they don't give a fuck. You know, but it's anti-gaming. I mean, if this continues to happen, if this trend happens where they're gonna make more profit, but less people buy the games, less people eventually are going to be interested in buying the fucking systems. Because they're just going to be like, well, why the fuck should I bother playing Gears of War or Uncharted and shit like that when it's full of microtransactions, when I can just go on the fucking PC and play some fucking gay free-to-play shit on here, like fucking, I don't know, PlanetSide 2 or whatever, and just play that. Because it's the same shit. You know, all I'm doing is running around shooting people. You know, I know it's a fucking, you know, kind of got RPG elements and stuff, so it you know, it's a lot more fucking heavy on that kind of crap, but at the same time, you know, you could play like free-to-play games like that. They're full of microtransactions, but you where you buy weapons and stuff, but it's a free-to-play game. The game's free at the point of delivery. You pay for the stuff you use in the game. Yes, extortionate prices, I know. Yes, but now we're buying games for full price and then having to buy content within said game to do anything with it. It makes no sense. Like, why? It's just a money-making scheme. Games are dead, you know? You just roll the clock back and I just think about all the great games I've played over the years. Games that, you know, transcend their genre, transcend the gaming industry. Games that were like so good that everybody knew what they were. Everybody had either owned them or played them. You know, they were just that fucking, you know, they were just ingrained in the culture. You know, name me a game like that now. Name me a fucking game that's come out in the last few years that people are going to be talking about in the next fucking 10 for the right reasons. You know, people are always going to say Halo 5 was a pile of wank. years and years, years and years down the line, they're going to be saying that. But no one's going to be saying, remember this great game that came out in 2016. But not when they come to multiplayer. Maybe from single player, you know, the likes of Quantum Break, they might be saying that was revolutionary for its time, but it wasn't, you know, well received at the time, or whatever, because it hasn't been well received, even though it is a great game. So I encourage you to check that game out, because it's a single player experience. There's no fucking bullshit in that game. Fuck's sake. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, let's just take a great game from, you know, let's not do every great fucking game, because we'll be here all night, but let's just do a couple, right? Okay, so I've talked about GoldenEye. What about Perfect Dark on the N64? You know, that was revolutionary for its time. 2-player co-op, multiplayer. You've got AI in the multiplayer, which you can have on or off. You've got big ass levels, that, you know, bigger levels than they were in GoldenEye, better graphics, you know, all these things. You had hundreds of characters. I mean, I'm saying maybe not hundreds, but loads of characters, all for free. You could change the heads around. You could have different heads on different bodies. You could have an alien's head with a human's body. You could do all sorts of shit in that game, you know. And, you know, fast forward from that to, you know, the GameCube and the original Xbox. You had stuff like Time Splitters, which was like completely nothing like that on the market now, with loads and loads of characters. You can play as a fucking monkey, or a guy in a fucking spacesuit, or anything. You know, a spy, a fucking hunter, a fucking Amazon fucking woman, a big fucking stocky Amazon woman, or a fucking floating fucking fishbowl with just a whale going round and shit. Weird shit, you know. Loads of characters in that game. Imagine that coming out now. It'd be like, oh, you want to play as the monkey? That'll be another fucking £3. Not unlockables. You know, you have, you know, these things are all unlockable. Characters were all unlockable. Levels were unlockable. You know, and I know levels can't really be unlockable when you're playing online, so some people have got it and some people haven't and all that shit. But other than that, the characters could all still be unlockable. The armors are all unlockable. The weapons could all be unlockable. What's all this paywall shit and this unlockable wall shit? Why can't we just have, hey, to unlock this weapon, this is what you need to do. You need to, like, get this fast time in the campaign, or you need to kill X amount of enemies in the multiplayer, and then this weapon will unlock. Okay, why is there a paywall for everything? Or a credit wall? Maybe you're not paying for it with real money, but it's like in-game credits. You have to unlock in-game credits to then buy things in the game. No. You just have to do certain things in the game, certain objectives, like achievements, similar to achievements, but within the game. So you're like, there, I do that, and then I unlock this gun. I do this, and I unlock this gun. That's what we used to have. Shit like that in games. Not fucking bullshit fucking ass backwards fucking microtransactions. You know, it's fucking retarded. Look at, like, the, you know, the way games have evolved over the years. And I'm not using the evolve card for anybody that's going to try and eat back on me. I'm about gaming in general, not fucking Halo. You know, the way they've, you know, changed over the years has been ridiculous. I mean, they went from, you know, stuff you could play with your friends. They went this big push for online, Xbox Live and all that. And now it's like they're going the other way. It's like they don't want you to fucking play online anymore. That's the way I feel. I feel like it's worthless. It's not even worth doing anymore. You know? I know you can get burned out on doing online gaming all the time, and you can get bored of it because it's essentially the same thing over and over. But you don't even feel like, you know, every now and again there's a game that comes along that reminds you why you play fucking video games, why you play online games, why you're into that kind of shit. And the last one to do that was probably like Halo Reach, you know, Gears of War Judgment. Okay, yeah, maybe Gears of War Judgment, but again, that had a lot of the bullshit that I'm talking about now in it. So it wasn't, you know, as big as Halo Reach. You know, it was arguably better than some of the other Gears of War games, but again, you know, Season Pass, microtransactions. This shit is slowly but surely killing the multiplayer side of things for me. It's just ruining it. It's absolutely ruining it. It's a joke. Where was I anyway? Okay. Yeah, I talked about time splitters. I talked about, already talked about Perfect Dark Zero. I've talked about Perfect Dark. I've talked about, you know, I could go on and on and on. You know, obviously, look at Gears of War. You know, it was a revolution when it came out in like 2006. You know, everybody was fucking, you know, raving about that game before it even came out. It was overhyped to fuck. I thought it was going to be, you know, mediocre at best, and then it turned out to be this really good game. You know, look at the old Rainbow Six games as they've like got better over the years. You know, and then they got the cover system in Vegas, and Vegas was like almost a perfect fucking game. It was amazing, and then they made Vegas 2, which was even better, and you know, it just kept getting better and better and better. And then they come out with this new Rainbow Six, and it's literally exactly the same as Call of Duty, a season pass and shitty microtransactions. Everybody's copying each other. It's the same tired old shit. It's the same shit over and over and over and over. Nothing's original anymore. Nothing's even different to their competitors anymore. They're just all competing for the same fucking title of most resembling Call of Duty. You know, people are complaining about the new Call of Duty. Call of Duty at the minute is actually doing more to change itself from being Call of Duty than anything else. It's ridiculous. You know, Battlefield's trying to be Call of Duty with its gay fucking microtransactions and all that shit. Gears of War was trying to do it with Judgment. Flaming Halo definitely trying to be Call of Duty. It's just like an industry trying to be fucking Call of Duty, or trying to be like everybody else, or trying to be like Destiny, or trying to be like this, or it's pathetic, you know. Call of Duty's trying to be like Titanfall, and then everybody's trying to be like Titanfall and Call of Duty and Titanfall, and I'm just losing it now. It's just nonsense. It's you know, you're just onto a fucking lose. You know, games don't even have compelling campaign modes anymore. It's not like they put all this crap in multiplayer, but at least you get a decent campaign. The campaigns you get are either short shit piles of crap, like Halo 5 or whatever, or you get games like Titanfall and Battlefront that don't even have fucking campaign modes. What's the fucking point? You know, these games aren't compelling games. They're not even great multiplayer games, let alone great fucking all-around games. They're full of fucking shit, microtransactions and gay fucking random ass cards. Who the fuck buys them? That's what gets me. Who the fuck in their right mind goes and buys them? Fucking morons. Absolute morons. They're just going to end up with worse and worse and worse games. You know, people aren't like me. People don't save games like I do. People don't have collections of games like I do. They can't just go back and be like, you know what, today I'm going to play fucking Mario fucking Golf. People don't do that. They buy the next thing and then they sell their old games and then they play something new. That's what a lot of people fucking do. So they're the kind of people that should really be concerned about this kind of crap, not people like me who've been gaming for years and keep a massive backlog of fucking games just there waiting to be explored. No, people that fucking like to play online, the Call of Duty fans, the fucking Battlefield fans, the Halo fucking community, which, you know, completely just turns a blind eye to all this crap. You know, tries to make out like it's the fucking best thing ever. Like, oh, you should go and buy these rep packs like fucking Green Skull and shit. Fucking morons. Like, it's going to affect them more than anybody because all they do is play new fucking games all the time. Look at B. Dobbins. All he does is show footage of new games, review new games. Do you ever hear him talk about old shit? No. Do you fuck? The guy constantly talks about new fucking games. You know, he doesn't go into fucking shit like me. He doesn't start talking about GoldenEye on the N64 or Phantasy Star Online in his fucking reviews because he's probably never played them fucking games in his life. You know, all he knows is what's coming out now because that's all he fucking does. Same, you know, and all of them just copy each other and do the same reviews as each other and say the same things and go through the fucking motions. It's a really fucking slippery slope, man. It's a real slippery slope. You know, multiplayer gaming is fucking dead. It's absolutely dead. I mean, Call of Duty was never the best, but it used to be actually good. Call of Duty 2 and 3 were actually good games. To some extent, they were fun, you know, and they were both different games as well. They were like, Call of Duty 2 was like, played a certain way, and Call of Duty 3 was played a certain way. That's why a lot of people don't like Call of Duty 3, because they prefer Call of Duty 2. Then Call of Duty 4 came out. It was just a fucking joke. I mean, to me, like perks and shit, it was just like completely ruined it. Call of Duty 2 and 3 were at least fucking fair. Everybody had the same weapons, whether you were level 1 or level 50. It didn't matter. Everybody was equal. You were equal pegging. It was fun. You know? It's the same way as Halo was. Halo Reach, everybody was even, and then Halo 4 came out. Oh, we'll have perks and shit in it. And then now Call of Duty's doing microtransactions. Gears of War's doing microtransactions. You know, whatever the fucking big fucking companies like Ubisoft, Activision, EA do, everybody else copies, and everything just becomes the same fucking shit. Whether it be gameplay, whether it be fucking microtransactions, online passes. I mean, imagine, like, online passes. Why the fuck would THQ do an online pass? You know, they all copy each other. It's fucking ridiculous. You've got THQ doing online passes, Ubisoft. Activision didn't actually do online passes, the one thing they didn't fucking do. But like EA, Ubisoft, THQ, you know, loads of fucking other ones, that are obscure ones I can't even fucking remember, but you know, all the big, you know, I think Uncharted 3 may have had a multiplayer code for something. I remember someone telling me, you know, for online. I mean, just why? Just why be twats about everything? Why copy retarded ideas from other people? You know, I know you're making money out of the microtransactions, but at what cost? You're just ruining your fucking brand. It's like I say, no one's going to continue to buy fucking game consoles if the games continue to get more and more fucking like free-to-play games on the fucking PC. Because that's what we'll end up fucking playing, because no one's going to be buying a game for full price to then buy fucking weapons, armor, abilities and shit in the fucking game. It's fucking stupid. It's not cost effective for me to do that. You know, if you're going to go down that line, I might as well go and fucking get the game second hand, so I've already saved myself a shitload of money before I even touch the fucking game, hadn't I? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. It's not cost effective for me. You know, you're not growing your fan base that way. You're just shrinking it. You know, diehard fans are not going to fucking accept this crap, you know, because they'll be like, well, Gears of War 1 is far fucking better than any of this crap. Gears of War 3 is far better than this crap. That's what they'll be saying. They'll be saying Halo fucking Reach and Halo 3 and Halo 2, that was where it was at. They're not going to be like, oh, Halo 5's the bee's knees, because they're not fucking retarded. That's why the sales are slumping. That's why you're doing shit, Microsoft. That's why everybody's going to the PS4. But the grass is not greener. The grass is not greener on the PS4, because you've still got EA, you've still got Sony doing microtransactions in Uncharted, albeit not as bad as some of the other ones I've seen. You've got season passes, you've got shit games like Doom that don't even know who they're catering for. Multiplayer is fucking dead. It's absolutely disgusting. Just name me a game that's coming out this year or next year, or any multiplayer game that hasn't got either random packs or microtransactions or both. You know, name me a game. Name me a game that hasn't got a season pass this year. They all have them, don't they? I mean, name me a game that has a campaign that's actually worth the fucking money on its own. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, the peak of gaming was, you know, the 360. It was Halo 3. It was, you know, Halo Reach. But again, that was sort of the best game that fell out of the bracket of the time frame. It was Gears of War 1. It was Halo 3. It was Rainbow Six, Vegas 1 and 2. It was Quantum of Solace. That was a fucking great game. I mean, 007 Quantum of Solace was one of the best fucking games, underrated games. I'm looking on my shelf now, just thinking, like, you know, no one ever talks about that game. It was lacking a lot of features in that, but it was like made by Treyarch, and it sort of had a cover system, and it was a Bond game. It covered Casino Royale and fucking Quantum of Solace. It had loads of campaign material. The weapons were fun. It had classic modes from like GoldenEye. It had a classic GoldenEye style level where you had weapons on the map. It had the facility level from GoldenEye. It was just a blast. It was fantastic. You know, the game modes were fun, the levels were enjoyable. You had Bond versus the fucking villains, where you had like you could play as Bond, and then three guys had to hunt you down, and they had like generic weapons, and you had like all your super souped up shit. You know, your fucking perked up assault rifle and everything, and they had to try and hunt you down with three of them versus just you with your ace weapons. Or you were trying to kill Bond and you had to coordinate with your team to kill him. All kinds of great ideas in that game. You know, we're not going to get anything like that this generation, because now to get shit like that, you have to like, well, to unlock Bond versus mode, you're going to have to spend another 40 quid on the fucking season pass just to get Bond versus mode, and then no one's going to be on it because it's behind a paywall that no one wants to fucking pay and fucking play that shit. So, you know, it's dead. It's absolutely dead. You know, even things like Lego Star Wars have season passes now. What the fuck does Lego Star Wars want with a fucking season pass? That's ridiculous. You know, the first game covered 3 fucking films. The second game covered 3 fucking films. Then they did a compilation game that covered all 6 fucking films. And then they did Lego Star Wars 3, which was the Clone Wars fucking series, that stupid animated series. They did all the fucking content from that. And now they're doing one film, Lego The Force Awakens game, and it's got a season pass. For what? What fucking content? You're covering one film, which is going to like no fucking content to begin with, compared to the other ones. I know you can make more levels out of it if you want to, but you're going to be reaching hard to try and make more fucking levels out of that, aren't you? And then you've got season pass on top. Why? It's fucking ridiculous, like, to have a Lego game with a season pass. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. For Christ's sake. And then you've got Nintendo over there, who people give a free pass. They got putting like retarded Smash Brothers characters that cost a fucking fortune and shit like that. Okay? And shitty Mario Kart fucking characters, like stupid fucking cat fucking Mario and shit. Who the fuck's gonna pay for that? That's just fucking pathetic shit like that. That shit should just be in the game for free. Okay, at least I know they actually give you a fucking load of levels and stuff, but still, it's still a fucking rip-off. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. People just sit there and fucking, yeah, it's alright, it's good value. No, it's not. It really isn't. You're getting ripped right the fuck off by every fucker. It's unreal. Yeah? They cut shit from the game and then give it back to you later. Like Cat Mario character. How long did it take him to design that? It's just the same exact character. He's got the same voice, everything. It's just a different visual fucking costume, and that's it. He does absolutely everything else the same. It's just an overlay over the fucking original character. That's all they've done, and they charge you for that. Or fucking Gold Peach or something, or you know, the same exact fucking character essentially. You know, just skin it differently and then charge more money for it. I mean, I know there's some good ones in there, like fucking Link from Zelda and shit, but you're just charging money for them things, you know? Why? Didn't you make enough money with your fucking Mario Kart game that sells fucking millions of copies that you want to try and get more money out of people? Didn't you make enough money off Smash Brothers that sold like millions and millions of copies? You've now got to make people buy characters in the game that aren't even good. Don't even give people the characters that they want. You know, Nintendo are idiots. You know, and I think people are going to buy that. And then people do buy it, but, you know, you're just pissing off the majority of your fucking fan base by doing that. And like I say, everyone's just going to be gaming on fucking PC if this carries on. You know, I know this shit happens on PC as well, but what I'm saying is, you know, why would you buy a console to play the same fucking shit, but worse? Why would you say, oh yeah, Mario Kart's good, but now they fucked it up, so now why would I buy the next one? Why would I buy Smash Brothers again if they're going to take this to the next level and make it even worse than it is now? I mean, now it's not too bad, but fuck me if they made it worse, which they could do. You know, it just makes you think how bad are things going to get before they start to get better. It could get really fucking bad. You know, there's no end to this crap. It's just doom and gloom all the time. All the news you get on the internet is just doom and gloom. You know, the hype videos are just literally there for the fucking dumb masses. That's why people fucking like that Battlefield trailer and hate the Call of Duty one so much. Why? Both of these game series are known to be fucking awful. Absolutely piss poor. Both of them. They are. They're the same fucking shit year in, year out, only with more and more microtransactions, DLC, season pass, etc., etc., and yet people continue to fucking buy them, support them, and fanboy out over their respective series when they should know full well by now that it's all fucking crap. It doesn't matter what game you're into, you've been hit by this fucking epidemic of fucking Ebola in the gaming community that's killing the fucking multiplayer fucking side of things. It's completely killing it. You know, this shit could be start coming into campaigns or anything. You know, they could start trying to charge you for shit in the campaign if they want to. And you people continue to buy this crap. You're just going to make things even fucking worse. Really? It's unbelievable. It really is. You know, I must have been going for like an hour now or whatever on this fucking video, and I don't care. It's just fucking pathetic. You know, I've been talking for ages, I feel. But there's never enough you can say about this crap. It's pathetic. You can sit there and fucking try and colour it any way you fucking like. It's over, man. The dream is over. The quality days of gaming are long behind us. They're long behind us. We're going to get... Every now and again we're going to get a decent game. Every now and again there's going to be something that is something original and cool. And, you know, even then there's probably going to be a catch. There's going to be a season pass or DLC or microtransaction. Just there, just to fuck it up. You know, or DRM. Or maybe they're going to go always fucking online with these consoles. Maybe they're going to go all digital with these consoles. It just gets worse from here. There's no fucking... You don't see an end in sight to this corporate greed that is engulfed the gaming industry. I mean, they're just going to end up killing themselves. They're just going to kill themselves clean off. You know, you get these games that aren't even finished. You get, you know, episodic content. What the fuck? Who the fuck goes and buys a game up front for episodic content? It's pathetic. You know, these people are complete morons. They're killing the game industry, you know, by fucking buying these things, because it's just going to end... You're just going to end up with everybody doing it, and when everybody starts doing it, you're just going to be like, well, why buy a fucking video game system to fucking get a season pass to fucking download shit? You know, you're going to go on the PC and you're going to fucking buy shit on Steam for fucking cheap, aren't you? If everything goes all digital, you're not going to fucking suffer the fucking Xbox and all its bullshit where you can get shit on Steam for a lower price. You're not going to fucking suffer the fucking PlayStation. You know, it's got a better interface than the Xbox One, but no fucking hard drive space. You know, you're not going to suffer this shit if you can't even buy a game, put it on your shelf, and enjoy it whenever you want to without having to fucking jump through hoops and fucking all that crap, you know. You're not going to do it. It's stupid. They're just killing themselves. It's an absolute no-brainer that this shit's going to get worse, and as it gets worse, people are just going to lose interest. Things are getting really bad. You know, every game that comes out now is an absolute fail. Before it's even come out, you just ask questions about it. You're like, what the fuck is going on? It wasn't like that at one stage. Did anybody question Halo 3 when the trailer came out? Did anybody worry about Halo 3's DLC or anything? No, we were just hyped for the game. The same with Reach. No one fucking worried about Reach's DLC. It was a case of you either buy it or you don't. There was no season pass. There was no microtransactions. There was none of that crap. No one worried about that shit. We just bought and enjoyed the game. And the game sold 8 million copies. And Halo 3 didn't have any microtransactions either. Yeah, it had a season pass, but it didn't have any microtransactions. And it sold better. Halo 5, full of microtransactions, sells poorly. Now, obviously, the game's fucking shit, you know. But the microtransactions had to fucking factor into the fucking fact that it didn't fucking sell very well. The fact that there's no split screen and lack of features and the game's fucking half-arsed will have affected the sales again. It's obvious. So all these games that are half-arsed with no fucking content, with microtransactions, are fucking destroying the game industry. Slowly but surely they're killing it. In the short term they might make more money, but eventually people are just going to fucking stop buying the games. And then they're going to lose money that way. They might make X amount of money off the 1 million people that are buying it, but is that really going to be enough to sustain them in the long term as these franchises slowly fucking decay? What are they going to do next? They're going to bring out another new game. They're going to try finally do something new, and by then it'll be too late because they'll be like, well, that's games being made by EA, and they fucked up this fucking game, and they did this and that and the other, and they're just fucking bad, and everybody's going to get this negative reputation about themselves, and no one's going to want to go buy the fucking games, are they? Even if it's something new and innovative and fun, it's not going to happen. Look at Nintendo with the NX. Look at Nintendo's track record online. You can't imagine Nintendo's going to do anything to deliver great online gaming. It's going to be the same shit they've been doing, and they could prove me wrong, but it's going to be the same fucking shit, isn't it? No fucking voice chat and, no fucking online features. Just the same fucking generic shit. I mean, they could prove me wrong, but it's Nintendo. This is what they've been. We thought the Wii U was going to be an improvement on the Wii for online, but it just wasn't. So Nintendo isn't going to come to the rescue and give us games that don't have microtransactions and shit with the NX. Microsoft and Sony are giving us fucking gay microtransactions and season passes. EA and Activision are doing it. What else is there? Ubisoft as well. Name me a company that isn't doing that. I mean, you've got like small companies like Project Red making The Witcher, and you've got like Quantum Break, which is single player, and The Witcher is single player, and you've got maybe Deus Ex coming out. Single player is okay at the minute. We can enjoy single player games without having to worry about them being fucking wank. I mean, yeah, you could have a broken game at launch, but that's your only concern with a fucking single player game. Multiplayer is completely dead. I mean, it just gets worse all the time. It really does. I mean, people can say you just have to get on with it, but realistically you don't. You don't have to fucking buy and play and do anything with these games. It's just a waste of fucking time and money, because if you're someone like me that's been playing games for a long time, you're just going to play the old fucking games that you already enjoy. A lot of these games are still up and running. Your Halo Reaches, your Gears of War 1s. Why go and buy all the fucking new games when they're not even fucking anywhere near halfway as good as the old games? It makes no sense. Just play the fucking old ones. Obviously the servers will go down eventually or whatever, but when that day comes, that day comes. Right now we don't have that problem. It's like the whole gaming industry is following them each other into a fucking just trying to nickel and dime, and they're trying to rob. They're just trying to milk more and more fucking money. The gaming industry is trying to milk more and more fucking money instead of looking at the bigger picture, looking at, how they can sustain a franchise, how often they should release a franchise instead of releasing one every year or every 2 years or whatever. Why not release them every 3 years or, whatever? If your franchise is fucking losing sales, maybe it's because you're releasing too many of the same fucking game, Call of Duty is a classic example. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty, and but I do play some of them, and it's like you can't even keep up with them. You can't even keep up with them. They're 10 a penny. You get like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came out, Black Ops 3 came out last year and whatever, and now they're doing Infinite Warfare, and you're also going to have Call of Duty 4 remastered this year. If you buy the special edition or whatever. That's a lot of fucking Call of Duty to get through, if you haven't been keeping up. You know, like, who's gonna fucking race out and buy all these Call of Duty games new when you can get last year's for like a fiver or whatever, essentially? Well, maybe not a fiver, but you know what I'm saying. You can get it for a reduced price. I haven't played Black Ops 3. If I was going to get Call of Duty now, why not just get a copy of Black Ops 3? you it's a crazy situation where you've got games coming out every fucking year, like your Assassin's Creed, your Call of Duties. It's just a ridiculous situation. Keep having the same fucking thing every fucking year. You could just do Call of Duty every 2 years or whatever, and not do them so often, and they probably make more sales on the ones they do fucking bring out, because people will be more interested in getting it because they won't have bought Call of Duty the year before and still playing the one that they got the year before. You know? It's not FIFA football, is it? You don't get like new fucking leagues and stuff, even though that shit can be patched in anyway, but we know that, but these idiots don't. But that's why they buy them, because it's the new season with new players, and the leagues are updated. Again, FIFA with microtransactions. Madden with microtransactions. All these games have microtransactions. They're just fucking AIDS. It's the AIDS of video games. True Scottish Gamer just did a video recently about microtransactions in Battlefield, and he's like, well, I'm just going to have to put up with it because that's the way all games are going. No, you don't have to put up with it. Just don't fucking buy the game. Just don't buy the fucking game. It's that simple. That's the only thing you can do. Vote with your fucking wallet. Wait till it's second hand if you really want it. And then they don't get any of that fucking money. Do you know what I mean? It makes sense to do that. Don't buy the fucking game. Don't buy the games. Go out and get a copy of, or if you've already got Battlefield 4, like I think you have, play Battlefield fucking 4. It's still there. It's still available until they turn the server off. Why not just go play that? I know it's a different fucking setting and all that bullshit, but who really cares? It's just Battlefield. It's the same fucking shit. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's something I could do if I was fucking really fucking pushed for it. I could go and buy Battlefield 4 and play that. There's still going to be a load of people on it. It's quite a big fucking franchise. Why would I go and spend money on a game that's going to have fuckloads of microtransactions and shit in it? They don't deserve my money. They don't deserve anybody's money. It's ridiculous. The gaming community needs to wake the fuck up. This is like an epidemic of like unbelievable proportions, and they're just blind to it. It's like they can't see how cancerous this fucking shit is, how it's just going to ruin everything eventually. It's just going to spread into every fucking genre, everything. It's going to ruin everything. Look at an arena shooter like Doom. It's just completely fucked itself over, alienated its whole fan base with that stupid multiplayer. Look at that fucking bullshit. Look at Halo being a fucking disaster. All these fucking wank fucking developers. I ain't got a fucking clue. It's a dark, dark, dark fucking time for the gaming industry with regards to multiplayer games. If it wasn't for the fact that, single player games were there available, stuff like The Witcher 3, stuff like Quantum Break, Rise Son of Rome, although that does have microtransactions, but, from a campaign perspective, you could say that about Gears of War. From a campaign perspective, it might be good, but these microtransactions are just putting me off buying all this fucking shit. I just can't be arsed with it. It's a pointless exercise. You already know the game isn't going to be as good as a game that came out fucking 10 years ago, because the games that came out 10 years ago didn't have any fucking microtransactions. So if it's a sequel, It's automatically going to be worse than the games that came out 10 years ago. Is absolutely an epic fail. An epic fail. So, yeah, that's just my rants on multiplayer gaming. I don't think I left anything out, but you never know. Feel free to subscribe. See you later.